between the night of the Last Supper and his death. He gave himself for me. I will give myself for him. None will stand in the way of my passion. And nothing will stop me. Nothing. I will fight the good fight. Finish the course. Keep the faith. I won't be denied. I am desperate for God. This is my passion.
Hey guys, my name is Jack Hatsfield, and I'm a freshman at Olathe Northwest. And today I have the privilege of speaking to you about passion, one of our 4 elements of our vow. And I'm really excited about this because I believe that every Christian should understand what a true passion for Jesus Christ is in order to get a grasp on what they really are living for. So a question I want to ask you guys to start out and think about is, what are you passionate about? It says in the Bible that everybody is passionate about someone and something. And God gives us a passion inside of our hearts to do great things, sometimes things that we aren't capable of doing on our own. So this summer I went on the Desperation Retreat, and before that I could easily say that my passion was football. Football came first in my life, and everything around it kind of revolved around the sport. How many of you all know that what you're passionate about, you put your time into and what you seek after? So I was going on these camps and combines trying to prepare myself to play college football. But I wasn't giving God an opportunity to speak in me. So I go on this trip. I go on the Desperation Retreat, not expecting to get much out of it, just for selfish gain and entertainment. But what I expected was the total opposite of what I saw. I saw a generation of young people passionate about their relationship with Jesus Christ. That, my friends, is passion. And my view of what I was living for was totally changed. Passion in Webster's dictionary is described as the sufferings of Christ between the night of the Last Supper and his death. Jesus was so passionate about you and me that he agonizes over us. He was sweating blood as he prayed to God, not my will, but yours. He's agonizing over our relationship with him, and he's still agonizing, wanting and seeking after us. And guys, that is true passion. He's still passionate about us. Passion is also described as a intense driving or overmastering feeling or conviction. Jesus is also called the Good Shepherd. He will leave the 99 sheep to look for the one that is lost. He will search high and low until he has found us. You and I were once that one that was lost, and because of Christ's passion for us, he was the one who searched high and low for us. Some of you are still that one that is lost, and let me tell you that Jesus is passionate about you. There is nothing in this world that you can do that is going to separate yourself from him looking and searching for you, because he loves you just the way you are. You are his passion. Garrett said a few weeks back that when we get back from things like desperation, we're given a passion inside of our hearts. And what we do so often is we put it inside of our hearts and just wait for God to make it happen. It's like God coming up to me and saying, "Hey Jack, I want you to go start a church in Africa." All right, God, I'm all in for you. But I don't pray about it, and I don't gather the things that I need to start that and pursue that passion on my own. He wants us to take all of the steps that we can. And when we can't take any more, then he's going to carry us the rest of the way. Many times when we hide those things in our hearts, It's sealing the things that God wants for us. It kills me to see so much opportunity and so many dreams that are never started because we're waiting on God to light the match. God wants you to think that your passion, your dream is impossible without Him. But let me tell you, with the right attitude, the right heart, and the right passion, God can make your dream come from impossible to possible. This passion is not going to be an easy task. It isn't something that we are just going to hide in our hearts and live our lives the way we always have. In Matthew 7:13 it says, "Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But narrow is the gate and small is the road that leads to life, and only few find it." Do you guys know why few people find this road of life, this narrow road of life? It's because it's difficult. People believe that God has such a great plan for them in 10 years, but what they're going to do is they're just going to sit back, do what they want, and do what they feel is important, and they'll get to that God plan later. But guys, seriously, our passion is not what God calls us to do. He has a plan for our lives right now, and He wants us to pursue it today. God has said to me, really, that going back to what I said earlier, we have to put time into our passion for Christ. Going to church on Sundays isn't going to grow our relationship with Him. If going to church on Sunday mornings is the only place that you're encountering the Christ, then you're not going to be growing your relationship with Him. You need to be in the Word every day, growing that relationship with the one who made you. You need to be on your knees, crying out to the one that created you and loves you just the way you are. Be in the Word every single day, being with Him. Let me challenge you. Wake up early before school. Encounter Him and listen to what He has to say before you start your daily activities. I have a best friend named Lincoln, who's actually sitting right here. And what we do every morning is we text each other, making sure and keeping each other accountable that we're in the Word and we're seeking God. Because if we're saying to kids in our school that we're passionate about Jesus and passionate about our relationship with Him, then we need to be in the Word every day. We need to be seeking after Him, because we don't want to be one of those Christians that are hypocritical and are one of the people that just sit in the service and do their weekly deeds. We need to be on fire for Him every moment that we can. In John 3:16, it's a verse that most of us are familiar with and have learned by memory, but we haven't really acknowledged what it means in our own lives. It says here, "This is how much God loved the world. He gave His Son, His only Son, and this is why, so that no one shall be destroyed. By believing in Him, anyone can have whole and lasting life." So let me ask you, why did God send His greatest creation, His one and only Son, to die on the cross for you and me? Jesus' passion led to the cross. He took an unimaginable pain and death for you and me. So before I end this sermon, I want to ask you guys 2 questions to really think about and keep it in your hearts to live in your everyday lives. What burns in your heart more than anything else? What are you willing to die for? Because that, my friends, is your ultimate passion. Thank you.